Okay, I will go ahead and call us to order. We're now being streamed live, so we had to make sure that the equipment was running and operative. So, Lisa, how would you like to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance? I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you very much. I'll ask for approval of the minutes from our meeting on December 17th. Been moved by Jay, seconded by Lisa. Any additions or corrections? All those in favor say aye. Aye. Opposed? Motion carries. Local labor monitoring report is our first item. Kevin.
How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Good. So I'll start with the December 2019 report and then move to the 2019 annual report. So this report will cover our site visits between the 1st of December 2019 and December 31st of 2019. During this period, Loki Brill made 57 monthly site visits. We made 4 follow-up visits, checked for residency with 310 workers. Of those, we had 5 non-compliant. They all did not have proof of residency. As of December 31st, 2019, all monitored sites were in compliance at the time of our inspections. We had 2 new Imagine Monroe design signs delivered to Unithird Manufacturing, LLC, and Rotor Controls Incorporated. Any questions on the December one before I move to the annual?
The 5, no proof of residency, all one project spread across.
I can get that to you. I don't have that in front of me now, but I can get you the specifics on that for sure.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So moving into the 2019 annual report. So this will cover our site visits between the 1st of January 2019 until December 31st of 2019. During this period, we made 744 site visits. We made 51 follow-up visits, checked for residency with 4,609 workers. Of those workers, there were 101 non-compliant. That breaks down to 67 without proof of residence, 28 out of area, and 6 invalid ID. As of December 31st, 2019, all sites were in compliance. We delivered a total of 22 Imagine Monroe signs. There was a 95% average compliance on the initial site visit for these projects, and all sites were 100% compliant within 24 hours of the initial visit.
27 signs.
Correct.
Any questions?
Obviously, thank you very much, Kevin, for what you guys are doing, and Brian over at Vondio. We'll have more to report next month, but Kevin has had some challenges recently. We're working closely with him to get everything resolved. But I thank you very much for all your hard work.
No problem.
Yes, we do appreciate it. Nice to have that annual report too.
It's helpful, right?
It is.
I'll get you those details. Appreciate it. Thanks very much.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay, we do not have a local labor exemption report. Aren't any. Do we have any public comments? No one has signed up to speak. Okay. Is Greg here?
Yes.
Would you like to step up to the podium and give us our really fine financial report?
That's right. That's a good way to describe it. Good afternoon. So year-to-date results, very strong year for the organization. Revenues approximately 2.8 million. Expenses amount to about 1.8 million, so in excess, a little over $950,000 for the year preliminary. We're still waiting for a few bills to come in to tweak that. Our budget was basically a break even, so happy to report that we exceeded budget by approximately $950,000 for the year. And right now we're currently working on the audit for 2019. And we should hope to have that completed by the February-March timeframe to get these numbers finalized.
So that's a pretty good report.
That's a great report.
Its revenues are up over the budget substantially and over last year.
Over last year as well. Yeah.
And expenses were
Less than both budget and prior year.
and a whole bunch less than the prior.
Exactly.
Those are metrics that are all moving in the right
Right
direction.
direction. A lot of green arrows and smiley faces.
That's right. I don't see the smiley, but.
Okay, I can get them on there next time. Yeah.
Any questions for Brad on that? Okay,
Great,
all
thank
right,
you.
thanks very much. So we're gonna move forward with the project applications, and Rachel, you're going to walk us through those as well as the reading of the resolutions, correct?
Yes. So our first project, Parker Hill Drive LLC, the tenants are Dolomite Products and Ralph Benefit Advisors. Project location is 800 Parker Hill Drive. 800 Parker Hill Drive is a real estate holding company and proposes to construct a 40,000 square foot office building located on approximately 6.9 acres in the new Panorama Park development in Penfield. 2 anchor tenants have been identified to occupy the building. The proposed tenants are Dolomite Products Co., Inc., and Ralph Benefit Advisors. Dolomite has ready mixed concrete operations, aggregate quarries, asphalt plants, and paving construction crews that supply private contractors, state and local agencies. Ralph Benefit Advisors provides insurance and employee benefit services to companies with 100 to 3,000 employees. The applicant is seeking mortgage recording tax exemption, sales tax exemption on construction materials, and the jobs plus property tax abatement on the $8 million building investment. One tenant, Dolomite, is seeking sales tax exemption on furniture, fixtures, and equipment for purchases of $525,000. Ralph Benefit Advisors will apply at a later date when equipment costs are finalized. The $8.6 million project will impact a combined 118 FTEs and is expected to create an additional 13 FTEs over the next 3 years. The benefit to incentive ratio is 12 to 1.
Thank you very much. We have representatives here today, I believe, from Parker Hill Drive LLC project, Eric Jones and John Topping and Aaron Bazell.
Good, nice
Good
job, thank you.
Are we missing one, or did I just get it?
No, that's it.
Oh, there he is.
I'm with Parker Hill Drive, these are the tenants.
Okay, great. Thank you. Thanks for joining us today. Is there, I know you've provided a lot of good background information to us on your companies, but is there any, can you elaborate a little bit on the project and, benefits to the community?
Yeah, sure. For the Dolomite Group, we're currently in a building that was built back in the 60s, fairly near Panorama Plaza and near this project, so we won't be moving that far. But we're bursting at the seams, and we're part of a larger organization, so the option is to ship, payroll or something out of town, or it's to, move into this new building and kind of keep the jobs in town, which we're very excited about. It was a family-owned business for years. The Odenbach family started in the 30s and sold out in 2000 to this large organization, but we've remained in the original office building. And again, we're very excited to add people, add the jobs, and move into the new modern building.
That's great. And we're glad that you're staying here for that expansion. All right, and you're.
I'm Aaron Bazell from Ralph Benefit Advisors, and so we're a 50-year-old business and then had offices here. We're now in Willowbrook, which is down 96. And we're looking to move because essentially we've become, again, part of a larger organization as well back in 2016. And so now there's insurance and employee benefit service providers all over the country that are actually using Ralph Benefit Advisors here locally for administrative services. And so we're essentially expanding our service profile and adding employees here locally that will be servicing the larger organization nationally. So.
Do we have questions from the board?
The 13 FTEs that are planned additions over the years, how is that split between the 2 years?
Ours is 5.
Yeah, I believe ours is 8, which is a mix of management, professional, and administrative.
Okay.
Same with us.
We have the ownership information on page 29 in our packets. There's also a nice write-up on more background information I think everyone's read on Dolomite and on Ralph. So, and we have the environmental assessment, we have the recommendation from the town of Penfield Planning Board. A lot of helpful information. In the voting room now, okay. Any other questions on that? All right, I'll ask you questions about our local labor policy. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes,
Do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time?
no, we don't.
And are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested 45 days in advance? All right, so the seeker process is complete. We'll now move forward with the reading of the resolution. Rachel?
Resolution of the county.
Motion.
Move to
Wait,
waive
the
a reading
two readings.
of the resolutions in our packets today. Is
Second.
there a second? It's a second. Any additional comments on that? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carried. I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving real property tax abatement, mortgage recording tax, and sales tax exemptions. Is there a motion? Moved by Jay, seconded by Troy. Any additional comments, questions on that? Okay, I'll take a roll call vote. Jay Popley.
Yes.
Tony is not here. He's absent. Lisa.
Yay.
Is a yay. Troy.
Yay.
Yay. And Ian is a yay. Motion carries. Thank you very much. Congratulations.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yes.
Is there someone here from LaFoy?
Eric,
Yes, he's right here.
Are you guys doing the construction on this?
We are.
So, just real quick, Chairwoman Burr asked about local labor. Do you anticipate any exemptions or waivers? I mean,
We do not.
okay,
Correct.
all right, thank you.
Good
Sorry.
to clarify.
All right, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Congratulations, and thanks again for staying in Monroe County and growing right here. All right, our second project is Buckingham Properties LLC. Rachel?
Buckingham Properties is the applicant, the tenant and project location is Valero Software, 1040 University Avenue in Rochester. Buckingham, a commercial real estate and development company, proposes to modernize and renovate an existing 49,000 square foot commercial office building in Rochester. The new anchor tenant, Valero Software LLC, is a global provider of communications and cloud lifecycle management software. Valero is proposing to move from the town of Henrietta to the project location. The company considered other potential locations for this expansion, including other U.S. cities, the United Kingdom, and the Netherlands. The project is expected to include roof repairs, window replacement, common area renovation, as well as major renovation to the interior of Valero's leased space, approximately 48% of the project location. Buckingham is seeking sales tax exemption on construction materials and the jobs plus property tax abatement on the $1.4 million building investment. Valero is seeking sales tax exemption on materials, furniture, fixtures, and equipment, and purchases of $850,000. The $2.3 million project will impact 177 FTEs and is expected to create an additional 60 FTEs over the next 3 years. The benefit to incentive ratio is 135 to 1.
Couldn't you do better than that? 135 to 1, sounds like a pretty good return. We have speakers from representing Valero and Buckingham. So Rich Finley, David Bliss, or, yes,
So,
Rich and David.
Our co-applicant from Calero had a mix-up with his calendar. He's flying over here right now, so he's running.
In an airplane, or is that running real fast?
Very fastly.
All right, would you like to elaborate a little bit? Tell us more about the project.
Yeah, it's an existing 49,000 square foot building. We're going to be modernizing to facilitate Calero's growth. They have a current location out in Henrietta. They outgrew pretty quickly, so we came to terms with them and kept them here in Monroe County so they could grow.
Yes.
So I'm Calero now.
Yeah.
Apologies for my tardiness, everyone. I had a wrong time on my calendar this morning.
All right, we're happy.
All
Your
right.
timing is
Thank you.
perfect.
Thank you for correcting my mistake.
So we were just, we've already read the project summary, and we were just asking questions, asking to have all of you elaborate a little bit more on your projects.
Excellent.
Yeah, so if you want to talk maybe a little bit about your growth and trajectory.
Yeah, absolutely. So Claire's been in Henrietta for going on 7-8 years now. And we've got about 180 employees in the area, but we're growing really quickly in terms of revenue and hiring as well. So we brought in 6 people just since the start of the year, new employees, and have about 20 open job positions. And so to continue that growth, to make sure that we have a great collaborative environment for our people and to be able to grow and fit more heads in the office space, of course, we've partnered with Buckingham to move to University Avenue.
Anything else you'd like to add about the project? So it's located between Gleason Works and Culver Road. And that's part of the neighborhood of the arts. So you're right there by Gleason. It's great to, upgrade our capabilities in that area. How about questions from the board?
So is this going to be mostly office space, or is there going to actually be like a software cloud sort of storage facility?
We have a couple of servers that will be on site. The majority of our actual computing is cloud-based and not co-located. So we partner with Microsoft and others that specialize in hosting those servers for our customers, but we do have some on site. But the majority of the space is dedicated to workstations.
Where are your other facilities and what do those facilities do? Relative size?
So we just completed a merger in December, actually. So before that merger, our offices were here. This is headquarters and the largest operating facility, but we have offices in Atlanta as well as Edinburgh in Scotland and Roosendaal in the Netherlands. And then after the merger, we now have offices as well in Phoenix, in New Jersey, a small office in Manhattan, outside of London, and a small office in Hong Kong as well.
So you're 100% owned by OHCP Tim Holdco LP?
Yes.
As if
The ultimate owners, I think we've also provided are primarily Oak Hill Capital and Riverside Partners, two
Right.
private equity firms.
right.
I don't admit to understanding all of the layers of the ownership.
No, but
It's all there.
provided to us.
It
which
is, yeah,
helpful. And then we also have the ownership of Buckingham. This is on page 107 for our review. That's pretty good. We beat out the Netherlands.
Yeah.
For, for this. I thought we were being impressive on that. That's great.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we were growing in technology talent, especially in Edinburgh. The talent pool there and the cost of bringing on folks there was good, but Rochester continues to provide some of the best talent and the opportunities for growth in terms of the value of that talent here, and everything just makes sense to keep growing in this area.
Questions? Any other questions? No. Okay. All right, there was a public hearing held on January 21st. Any comments?
No problem.
And I'll ask you our local labor questions. Are you aware of our local labor policy?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you anticipate any local labor exemptions at this time?
No.
Are you aware that any exemptions need to be requested 45 days in advance?
Yes.
Okay, the seeker process is complete and we have waived the reading of the resolution. So because we've all read the resolution, they're in our packets. So I'll now ask for a motion for inducement and final resolution approving the real property tax abatement and sales tax exemptions. Is there a motion? Moved by Jay, seconded by Troy. Any additional comments, questions? All right, I'll call for a roll call vote. Jay?
Yay.
Tony? Is absent. Lisa?
Yay.
Troy? And Ann is a yay. It's unanimous, or, well, for the folks who are here. That motion is approved. Congratulations.
Thank you
very much.
Thank you very much. So that completes new projects with this particular meeting. Now we're going to move into our project modifications on previously approved projects. And the first one is 45 Becker Road LLC.
Yes, and the tenant is Aurelia USA Inc. The project was originally approved on August 20th, 2019. 45 Becker Road, as you know, is a holding company. Aurelia develops and manufactures resilient positioning, navigation, and timing platforms known as global positioning systems. The project was originally approved for sales and mortgage tax exemption that impacted 90 full-time jobs and is projected to create 20 new full-time jobs over the next 3 years. 45 Becker Road has experienced unanticipated costs due to requested change orders since the original application and is requesting a $360,000 increase in project costs and the associated sales tax exemption. The total project cost is now approximately $3.6 million.
And the change orders that have come in, I guess, since the original application include those that are itemized on 118, constructing a mezzanine over the offices, constructing an engineering test room, flooring changes and additional partitioning, and electrical and millwork additions. Are there any questions from the board on this modification? Questions? No. Okay. All right, we've waived the reading of the resolution. So I will ask for a motion to approve an increase in project costs in the amount of $360,000 and an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31, 2020. Is there a motion?
Yes.
Moved by Lisa, seconded by Jay. Any additional comments, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? And motion carries. Okay, second project modification is Sibley Redevelopment Limited Partnership Extension. Walk us through that.
So Sibley Redevelopment Partnership purchased the former Sibley department store on Main Street and was originally approved in 2012 for a custom pilot. Sibley Redevelopment Limited Partnership is requesting an extension on the sales tax exemption through December 31st, 2020, as they continue to build out empty commercial space for tenants.
Any questions from the board on that? The commercial tenancy so far is on page 128, which is interesting to look at the companies and how much of the square footage they're occupying. So this is an extension through December 31. Without any questions, I will waive the reading, and we have waived the reading of the resolution. I'll ask for a motion to approve an extension of the sales tax exemption through December 31, 2020.
So moved.
Moved by Lisa, seconded by Jay. Any additional comments, questions? All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. All right. The last modification is Vargas Associates.
Yes. Vargas Associates, located at 40 Humboldt Street, facilitates project management and is a facilities project management company and was originally approved for sales tax exemption in February 2019. Vargas is expanding its current location and is requesting an extension on the sales tax exemption through June 30th, 2020, as there was unforeseen damage during the renovation, which has required more time.
Questions? All right, we've waived the reading of the resolution. I'll ask for a motion to approve an extension of the sales tax exemption through June 30, 2020.
So moved.
Been moved by Lisa, seconded by Jay. Any additional comments, questions? Hearing none, all those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Motion carries. Okay. All right, the next item on the agenda is the 10 update. Did you all get a copy of the, from Gene Case or from someone on staff about the 10 program? That's one of our training programs that we lead, and Gene was not able to be with us today, but so I asked, our team to get an update, and so you have that in front of you, and I think, the Entrepreneurs Network is very helpful in the community in that it links entrepreneurs with other entrepreneurs. There are workshops, there's boot camps on building your business locally. Page 4 talks about the camps that were held in 2019 in terms of, building business building blocks, key strategies. There was a due diligence workshop, how to give effective sales and investor presentations. So this is quite a nice update of what we accomplished since we got our last update from Gene in 2019. So that was the 10. On page 6 is pictures of our entrepreneurs that went through our program in the 10 class of 2026. So we also had a women's leadership Connect and Learn session in May. We had a graduation and summer networking program at Radio Social in September. There was a Community Catalyst Award. There's a picture of Gene at that ceremony. And in the fall, we also had this Women Business Accelerator project, linking other women together with the common objectives. And new in 2019 was a 3 half-day workshop offered on national and regional connections and behind-the-scenes insights from successful women. And that was in November. And coming up, our next class, we've got boot camps that start in March and run through June. So Jean's out there, she's really listening for us. And I thought it was helpful to have a review of that. So any questions? All right. Is there any other business? I know we have a legal update and we need to go into executive session for that. So shall we step out of this
So
room?
we'll need a motion to enter executive session to discuss.
But do we need to
pending-
physically leave or did these folks
We'll
all
ask
have to?
the,
leave?
public to leave and
We'll
council and staff to stay.
Make a
All right.
motion.
So
Do I
there's
need a
a
motion to go through?
Yes.
there's a motion to move, and there's a second. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, motion carried. Okay, we're going to move into executive